And I think you have sort of introduced yourselves to each other, and as I said, this is going to be a very busy day today, and you're going to unbleach colours from the backyard and having a lot of fun. This technique, I was inspired by India Flint. She has written a couple of books about this type of natural dye. So in the good old days, I was only doing natural dyes on yarns, and I was trying to achieve a very even colour through the yarn. So that meant a lot of stirring. And then I came across India Flint, and she said, no, we just wrap our fabric with rusty nails, turmeric, with leaves, and I bought a lot of silky oak leaves. They make a very lovely print, but I wouldn't guarantee that it does it with any other, like say, I know that it makes a good print with mulberry, and this here was a mulberry, and you can see very clearly the leaf print in the parcel. So they're soaking and for everybody to use when we start packing. So I'll show you, and this is another silky oak leaf print, and that's with an onion skin, on the background of an onion skin. This is a little parcel that I made for today.
Green ant's nest in the...
Yes, yeah, there was a green ant's nest in the black sapote as well yesterday morning. So the technique is to put a layer of your silk out on the table, and then you put your rusty nails, your turmeric, your leaves. Could I get a bit of turmeric, Peter, please? Yeah. So
you need more turmeric, is that fun?
Yeah, and there's a lot of turmeric up there at the table, so we chopped up a lot this morning. I know some of you have brought a little bit of everything, so that little bit of everything can then be packed. Like you could use your leaves instead of silky oak, but there's plenty of silky oak for everybody, and you can make a combination. So this is what your parcel will look like once it comes out of the dye bath, which will not be today. So because you have to take your parcel home with the liquid and leave it for another day to really soak in with the colours, and then tomorrow you can take your parcel out, but we will talk about this again later today. And then it's got to sit for 3 or 4 days because the iron is working and the turmeric is working, spreading the colours into the silk. So this was done Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, and today's Friday. So it takes time for the...
You didn't see this one before, Ulla?
No, you haven't seen this one before because
And
I
you
did
haven't
it.
seen it?
No, it's all,
Fresh,
it was
hot off
really,
the press.
I said to Peter, I'm going to open it up and have a look. No, you're not, because this is material for the workshop, so that you can see that I'm not just pulling your legs. Yeah, so that is the magic, that is, and it took me a while, because even though that I've been reading a couple of books about this, it took me a while to work out that it really had to sit for a few days, because I unpacked it. Yeah, but it wasn't ready. No, there was hardly anything, and I was really disappointed. And I always say to people, if we can leave our expectations out there, see fantastic things, but if we think, oh yeah, it should have been different, then yeah, we can get disappointed. So these are the rusty bottle tops from the beer bottles. So you go outside the pub when the boys shop around, they open the beer, they drink, and then they drop all the beer bottles, and then you take your car,
Ulla comes and collects it.
and then you run over them with the car, because then they're nice and flat. Yeah, if you have time. So all this, you could say, rubbish that we think about, oh yeah, it's worth nothing, it becomes a treasure trove. Yeah. This is the length of your silk as well, so you'll end up with this. Yeah, that's another bonus. I thought we were only working with 3 different silks today, but I found another type of silk, so we would have 4 different silks. So you would end up with 8 lengths enough for 8 scarves. So, and that would be handy for a little prissy or whatever. Yeah.
So you reuse these?
Absolutely. Again and again and again. Yeah, so it becomes, no, you can't have it. Sorry. But you can have some silk. Please don't touch my rusty nails. Yeah, so as you see, there's one layer after the other. So, and on each layer, so this is what you then do. Now, we pretend that this is full, and these are just small pieces, as to give you an idea, an sample. You put the next layer on top, and you repeat. Yep. So, however, whatever you fancy. But, yeah, so if you come with a piece of rusty square like that, it will be very difficult to fit it into a pot. And you will have to sort of fold it then instead of rolling it. So these small pieces, they're really ideal. And so next time you go camping and you see some rusty tape pegs, don't walk past it. So, and then the next one.
So you build one as you're unwrapping the other one.
Yep. Yeah, so, yeah.
Everything's galvanised in that these days.
Yes, it is. So it's difficult actually to find rusty nails. So these will be your pictures, but with a different colour background, because this is Melaleuca ninifiola. So with the mulberry, it will be a nice green. With your casuarina will be a dark brown. Yeah. So that's the technique. This is what you're going to do. So I think we should just get rock and rolling, because it will take you a little while to pack your parcels. Once your pots have been cooking with the leaves in it, turn it off, cool it down. Don't like to get into a hot pot because it will just, don't like it, it will deteriorate later on, like the silk. Yeah, it will be damaged, the fibre.
So it doesn't have to cook for a while?
No, just the leaves. So right now we're just cooking the leaves for 20 minutes. Once that's done, turn off the gas, pack your parcel, and when we are about 40 degrees, we can put the parcels in. And then we bring it back to 90 degrees. That's why I got thermometers. I didn't ask you to buy any if you didn't have. No, so, but we will share the free that we have. So. You'll pack them 2 by 2, so that you'll get 2 sort of packages. And what we're gonna do, it will be like a tie-dye. Don't worry that this is cotton, it's the same technique. So you can choose to just tie with your string. You can put pebbles in the middle. String here will be too thick for this type of tying. Yeah, so you've got a thinner one. Yeah, and if you have, this is a little bit too heavy too, these are, but I've got string for everybody to use. Alright, so you can choose to do the pebbles where you don't get that black, like rusty effect. So if you don't want that and you only want it plain, you use pebbles only. But if you want the iron effect, then here's all your hooks, bolts. So go for the little ones, and then you put. I'll just give them. So here's a piece of turmeric, goes on top of your finger. Did you do that?
And the turmeric goes on the fabric.
And then the turmeric then goes on the fabric.
Is it in between the 2 layers?
No. You have 2 layers together. Yeah. So you just put it on top of the 2 layers.
Underneath.
Yeah, the finer materials is underneath. Yeah, and then I won't do it on that. The turmeric, the rusty bolt, and you just put, and you have 2 layers, and then you hold it like that and string it. So here's your pepper, and then you can put that on the fabric, 2 layers at a time, and then wrap around, and you'll get this type of a pattern, you can just put strings around your silk and you'll give it, because we can create these things. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got all the bolts here. We have to share those so that we have enough. And then that's your turmeric. Yeah. And then you tie it. So
This hasn't got enough turmeric in it.
yeah, there's plenty of turmeric.
Yes.
Yeah, and you got this will go into the same pot, so you get the same background color. So you have a very lovely combination of different techniques mixed. Yeah. So just
So what background pot would you have used there?
so the background was Melaleuca minifolia, and again.
Oh, that's a beautiful colour.
Yeah, with the turmeric and tie it around. So what I've done, I actually put the turmeric on the right side of the silk satin, where it's most glossy, and then just the other silk. They will still do the print. And so this was 3 layers actually, but you'll do 2 by 2. 2 layers in one and 2 layers in the other. So the reason why I say the other 3 silk doesn't matter which side it is, because we can't see a front and a back, but we can on the silk satin. So if you want the shiny bit with, you can see the difference. Not so shiny. Shiny. So you have a look. It's a beech almond, but beech almond and mulberry at this time, they are giving almost the same brightish color. But because I got the iron underneath the turmeric, it is a little bit more greenish. Bye.